If you guys really want me to, I suppose I can run a peak brightness test for the nit range, but at this point, I really don't see the point. There is just so much detail that you'll never get on the Sony X90J, and I want to show that off in this video, not to make people feel bad, but so you understand that Sony is not what they used to be, and they're hiding behind their name these days, and really using that to just, I guess, get a lot of sales that they haven't really earned as of late. So I'm going to open up Cinema and we're gonna just show you the brightness, okay? So if I go to the brightness tab and I click on that, you'll see it by default it's at 35. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure peak luminance is on high, which it is. Local dimming is also set to high as well. And we turn off contrast enhancer because that usually creates some sort of clipping. I'm gonna do two things. The first thing is I'll show you that light sensor on when you use your tonal curve. Even though it prevents clipping in most scenarios, it doesn't do anything in this scenario. Our goal, what we're trying to do, we're trying to get this globe right here, this light source, to show up right here where it's supposed to be and to get all that detail back, but we don't have that on the Sony X90J. Now, the reason I'm showing this off again is also for those people who maybe think that like you can just use the maximum amount of brightness on the Sony X90J. That's not going to happen. You are going to have what we call sloppy brightness, and as you see, there's just a general over brightening to the entire image, and it doesn't look good or buttoned up. This is what I mean when I say sloppy brightness, and that's what the Sony X90J has. It's not intelligent, it's not well placed, it's dumb. Even with the tonal curve system, it picks and chooses when it works. When it works great, but it doesn't always work. It's a lot like the Sony A90J in that regard, and it's really frustrating actually. And then we go into our brightness, and let's say you want to be greedy. You don't want to just listen to Sony and keep it at 35. You want to go even higher? Well, now you're going to blow out the image even more. So we can try to dial that back, or we can do what some people like to do, which is max out your brightness. Contrast directly controls things like light sources, so typically the rule is you just lower contrast and that can tighten your light sources. This TV does not obey that rule at all. Watch what happens when I lower it. I can lower it as far as I want, but essentially I will never recover that detail that you are missing. That is a fundamentally broken contrast value in my opinion, and I think Sony really needs to get to work on making TVs the way they used to make them back in 2017 with the Sony X900E. This is not only saddening, but also disheartening because I'm watching consumer products get worse throughout the years, and I'm the only one out here literally documenting this. I can't believe that more people are not only, not reporting on this, but they're just buying these TVs and saying that they're good when they're not. This is not good. This is not okay. And I think that more people should start talking about this because having massive contrast deficiencies like this on a TV that costs the kind of money these TVs cost is not okay. And you are losing detail and you're losing out to something from 2017. I say again, a 2017 TV has more contrast. A 2017 Sony 900E has more contrast than you have right here. And it doesn't matter what you do, you can't recover it. I'll show you in real time. We can also go into, let's say, brightness. And let's say we want to lower down the gamma, right? Typically, gamma restores detail like that. Not even lowering gamma will recover that. Not even lowering gamma and lowering contrast will recover that. You see what I mean? You're just dimming the picture at this point. It's like the values really don't mean or do much of anything. So then what are your other options? Okay, so gamma doesn't really change anything. It doesn't fix it. You can try contrast enhancer. Maybe that will tighten things up, but it doesn't. It literally does virtually nothing, as you see with each click. I don't understand what's going on here. I don't know like what kind of game Sony is playing with their consumers, but it's not funny. You turn off the peak luminance thinking that will tighten things up. It doesn't. I don't know if this is because it's the 900 series and they're maybe saving their best version of the XR processor for a more high-end TV, but I really feel like this is some BS because really like this is the best Sony could do. I mean, you could even try to use a time and tested true method of improving contrast using the most amount of clearness you can use, and we'll try to crank that up. And you know what? Nothing happens. Nothing changes. So this Sony is way, way less capable than what we have on the Sony X900E from 2017, and I just kind of wanted to show that off. So yeah, I mean, I don't even know if there's a point to do the peak brightness test at this point, because you can't use any of it really. Like it's literally just wasted on this TV. But let me know in the comments if you still want me to do it. I'll do it. But at this point, I don't see a point. I really don't. But thanks so much for watching the #1 brand in honesty, and until the next video, I'll see you guys later.